That is Mark D. Hutchison, the Ask Mark Realtor. He was not expecting Only the Young by Journey. Only I came up with that, and I kind of warned him it was coming prior to this. I'm Mark D'Andrea, the doctor of real estate. Thank you for joining us again, guys. I was thinking how this dovetails into real estate. We talk about real estate on and off. We have a buying population between the age of 22 and 40 that has experienced a market that's very competitive for their entire lives. Interest rates have been, from 2.5% to maybe 4. Housing prices continue to rise. They're slowing a little bit. And I think that it's important for us all to think about how both of those suppositions that I presented at the beginning of this video, the older generation being blamed by the younger generation for where we find ourselves, and the younger generation being not knowing what's going on. I don't think either one of those things is true. I think folks that grew up like my kids grew up are on their game. I think folks from 20 to 40 are still figuring things out. I see the younger folks getting more involved. I think we can all just get along and have discussions and everybody have a viewpoint, and then go vote your conscience. And I just wanted to have that conversation. I think the timing of it is good. And look, the song is right. Only the young can kind of continue us through this, right? I mean, there'll be a day when we're not here, so we've got to rely upon folks to keep things rolling. What do you think about that? I put you on the spot. What do you think?
I love listening to the youth of today. As you know, when you look at my Facebook post, personal and Red One, there's almost nothing political on my Facebook page. I do ask questions, and grandkids, and people at church, just friends, I love to listen, and I ask them questions about, well, where did you find your information? Did you Google it? Did you do Snopes? Where did you get your, and then ask them to explain. And then I'm a history buff, so I said, oh, well, you need to go back and read this in our history so you understand why that's happening. And it's like, well, I don't want to do that. It's like, if you don't read history and understand how we got here, you're missing 2/3 of the story here. So no one wants to do that, but that's why when I do my birthday videos, there's a history lesson on every birthday video. And sometimes I'll say, here's what it is, you have to go Google it now. But I love listening to the youth because they have a different perspective, a different view, because they haven't walked in our shoes and they haven't understood history before 2010. So yeah, I love listening and asking questions without an agenda.
Let me capture it this way. I love hearing that. I knew that would be your response. You are, in my world, one of the best listeners that I know. We can hear each other. We do have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Every country on this planet has a history, good and bad. Every person on this planet has a history, good and bad. We can certainly learn from that, I think, is what you're saying, and you said it very well. We can learn from each other. we find ourselves